here. The 11 of Pinio, the 14 of Bennett, and Tim Bennett in the 71 back, along with the number 17 of Ricky Saunders. So another 6-car field. We saw 6 trucks. Now we have 6 8-cylinders here today. Kinsman, Weir, Pinio, Bennett, and Saunders in the 17. As we go through this afternoon, we're going to have some loud cars again. We have earplugs available at the canteen if you want to cover up your hearing. Ed Pinio got 2 out of the 3 races last week, including that first feature, first heat, and the feature we had. So there's a lot here for Ed. Going to try and top that. Kinsman in the 48's your leader. Outside of him, Roddy Weir in the 0-6 8-cylinders on track. And the green flag is look out, problem for Saunders already. Don't know if he can contact and save it. That could have been bad. No caution on the track. The problem for Saunders now out in front. He's going to stop her. He's going to try and get in pit road. He's going to try and pull in it. Caution out of Valley Raceway. Well, we've got a whole lot going on lap number 1. Tough go for Kingsman. A lot of front end damage after making contact with Pinio. Just want to mention as well, after the racing is done, you can check out the racing again. Our good buddy Tom filming all the races on his YouTube channel, Dr. Jim42, Tom's Alternative Lawn Ornaments. Yeah, he's filming every single race. We appreciate that. So give him a subscribe, click on YouTube, post him on Facebook as well, Dr. Jim42 for all your Valley Raceway needs. You can search up Valley Raceway on YouTube as well, and his channel will pop up. Films everything here, so you can check it out and see what happened, get different angles. He always sits just at the exit of turn 4. So it looks like the lead will be going at least to the 14, or he's going to be taking the inside. And then it's going to be the 11 of Pinio, follow up behind the 14, and then looks like probably Rick Saunders. I don't know what happened with Rick Saunders. He went completely right on that start. I was worried we were going to see another case of a car going over that bank and running over the stoplight.
All that time, you only got one. Should have had one each. You want to pick your time to go over to that canteen because it can get busy, especially if you call intermission.
We started here. We did not complete the run. So Roddy Weir to 0 on the outside of the 14. Ben shoves up and tries walking the 0 of Weir. Roddy Weir gets up in front. It's Pontiac Black 0. Single file all around the track. Whoa! Problem for 10 minutes. Cut across the corner. And that's going to bring up another caution at 71. There's a couple of problems here and there at Valley Raceway.
Yeah, it looks like
A lot of speed billowing out of the number 71. Just cut right across turn 1, and Rick Saunders got out of there pretty quick. So they'll have to get the tow truck already out here. 2 cautions so far here at Valley Raceway. second race here at Valley Raceway. Not the first race in the 71 car. We've had Mike Hutton drive it. We've had a few others. That thing just needs some TLC. It always seems to be a little loose, or in that case, it didn't look like the brakes worked at all there. Kind of cut across the, almost went Dukes of Hazzard, which we've had happen here a couple times at Valley Raceway. So, Rick Saunders pulls in the pit area, and if you've ever been watching NASCAR at Sears Point, Sonoma, they had a thing called Gilligan's Island. It was like their own little pit. That's almost like their version of Gilligan's Island. They're just kind of in the middle pitting there. Because Rick does work here as well, along with Greg. So that's their own pit. So he'll go to the back and be side by side with that video. And we'll get that number 71 towed out. During his caution to get the number 71 out of the turn 1 dirt. Great time to grab some food at the canteen. Scott and the crew, Teresa and there. Scott's daughter's working here today, so they're sliding out food. Valley Raceway burgers, fries, deep fried Mars bars. Oh yeah, those are really good. You want to try that. Just hop on over there. We have 2 lines, one for the burgers and then one for everything else if you want to try something else here. They're working hard. They've been here since about 9:30 this morning getting all prepped for the food and prepped for you coming in today. I want to give a shout out to our buddy Steve Austin. Not the wrestler. You might hear some glass shot if it was him, but Steve's done some flagging for the East Coast Mini Stock Tour, so he's here checking out Valley Raceway for the first time. And again, just to stress, we got 2 more races coming up for the last little bit of 2019. Not next Sunday. If you come here, you'll be by yourself probably. Maybe with the Bears or Hornets. You won't be alone, I guess. But there won't be any racing, so not next Sunday, but the 6th of October is our next scheduled race. Kitty rides after the racing. And then on the 13th, Thanksgiving Sunday, King of the Dirt as well. Going to be a lot of fun to round out the year. Get the 71 pulled out. Greg Banks chatting with Tim. Tough go. I imagine that was quite a view for everyone sitting in turn 1, eh? Seeing that car come towards you. And a couple of cars that go over there. Larry's Pharmacy sponsoring today's races. Again, their number right on that billboard, right at the start-finish line, 538-1644, just in Berwick. And 71's done for this race, so we're going to leave him with 4 on the track. Kingsman had some front-end damage. Had to bring contact with that Pinio. So it leaves us with John Beck. Roddy Weir's going to be taking the outside for this restart. Works well for some other cars. And again, with the Team Auto Sales 4 cylinders coming up, we're going to split the heats up. Heat race 1A, heat race 1B. So we'll be having some extra races this afternoon. With this restart, 8 laps to go in this 10-lap heat race. That's on the inside the leader. On the start again, that outside working for the 0 of Weir. John Beck's going to try and slide right in this trail, but it's a little loose coming out of turn 1, turn 2. Looks like this. And sideways every time coming out of turn 4. And going in turn 1, the gap was closed between the 0 and the 14 of Beck and Weir. And look at that, and we're in the tow truck going to come on track for a second with the ring on the 7 on track. Can he get under there? Not in turn 2. Falls back again and try to catch out. Ronnie Weir's the man who trucks here a few times. From Bruce to Flagstaff, Ross Flagstaff with this race. cylinders behind him. There's the pass on the inside. Pinio going to go around John Beck into number 14. Get on the 71 a minute in front of your leaders. White flag is there. Don't let the caution come up. And refire. And the caution will come out. This is going to set up a green-white checker. John Beck, they have Saul at number 14, turned around going out of turn 4. So, green, white, checkered, one green flag lap, one white flag lap, checkered flag at the end. 71 of Bennett's going to pull in the infield where Ricky Saunders and Greg Banks pit. Bennett gets it fired up. This is going to be a good thing for John with this restart. He'll be in third spot behind the 0 and the 11. Anything's interesting here, Valley Raceway. So where's the leader? But Ed Pinio was catching up, and that would have been an exciting finish coming to the wire. Ronnie's going to take the outside again. He likes that outside lane for these restarts. So Pinio's going to be in second. How well is he on the inside for the restart? And most likely, so Saunders is going to go in third, and then John Beck will be in fourth. And when you're the leader, you have the choice of taking the outside or the inside with the restart. I've been noticing a lot more that the leaders are taking the outside on restarts, just to get that better crunch going into turn 1. You can see how hard the track is already getting on the front stretch. In fact, by the end of the day, sometimes we have rubber sticking on the track. So we're literally burning rubber here at Valley Raceway. 2 laps for this heat race, 8 cylinders. Race number 2, if you're just getting in here, you're just grabbing your seat. Another great crowd. We appreciate everyone coming out here at the Valley's only dirt track. Great way to spend a Sunday afternoon, in my opinion. All right, we get the word from the boss man, Greg Banks. He says, let's fire it up here. Let's get going. So 71 looks like kaput, done. So he'll stay on the inside, 71 of Tim Bennett. Right there, trying to go to the inside. Saunders takes the wide part of turn 1, and he'll spin out. In turn 1, can he refire it, or we have another caution? He's trying. Do that one again. They always mysteriously get moving as soon as that yellow flag comes out. Isn't that funny how that works? So Saunders will have to go to the back again. Beck got up to second, so how fast will he be on this restart? Ricky went wide in turn 1, spun around. It's not really muddy there, but he hammered down the gas and spinning the tires. So this heat race taking a little bit of time for the 8 cylinders. 4 cylinders coming up, heat race 1A, 1B, and then the first heat for the modifieds coming up. Then second wave of heats, and then we go feature racing, adding 2 more laps to every race. At the end, it's the last day of summer, which sure feels like fall, at least leaf-wise. More orange and red leaves than the last time we were here. Sure sign of summer coming to an end here. Tow truck going to push the number 71 in a bit further. 71 also only raced 1 heat last time. So John Beck's on the inside. Roddy Wheeler again is your leader, going to take the top side. Ed Pinio, then Rick Saunders. 4 8-cylinders going for another green, white checker, green flag lap, white flag lap, and then the checkered flag. What a restart for Ronnie Weir, the hero. He gets way out in front of the 14. He's driving it like he stole it. Saunders now gets in front of Video. Coming up to the white flag lap, does John Ben have enough to catch up to zero? Ronnie got out in front of that restart. John Ben about 2 car lengths behind. Will he have enough to get in the inside part of turn 3 and 4? We dive into turn 3. Here keeps it low. That's it for him. He races Saunders will finish 4th. I assume the 71 will be in 5th spot. Kinsman will finish 6th. After not making it out of the first heat last week, we were here. Zero gets it done. This time, it's Ronnie Weir winning heat race number 1 in the 8-cylinders. Weir's ATV and snowmobile sales and repairs on that car. His son Shaden Wood's going to be out here as well. Give Ronnie a wave as he comes around. In perfect timing again, here's another ceremonial flyover from the Air Force Base. He'll drop off the checkered flag, comes around turn 3 and 4. Ronnie Weir gets it done, and he ranks number 1 for the 8-cylinders. So coming up, 2 heat races from the 4-cylinders. Team on the sales 4-cylinders are coming up.